Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight we have a special guest with us from Smart Credit, Jimena Cortes. She's going to explain how you can improve your credit. Your credit score, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be very important going forward. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And so we're going to have to go over this smart credit because after I went in the back office and checked a few things out, it was very impressive. I love what you're doing there. So the first thing is I want to let everybody know you do offer the 3 credit bureaus.
Yes, we do. And actually, what I think I should do is probably just log into the back end so everybody can see it, and then we can go through the different parts of it, the different features. They can see how they can work on their credit with this. All right. Can everybody see my screen okay?
I do not see your screen. Oh, yes, I do. I see your screen. Here we go.
Okay, perfect. So this is how it looks from the back end. So just like Eric was mentioning, most places you can log in and see your credit score, and that's about it. And of course, we have that ability. We have the 3-year report and scores right here. Depending on which plan you select when you enroll, this would be included once a month, or it would be a la carte. It just depends. If you go with the Build membership, this is included. If you go with the Protect, it's not. This is a test account that I'm using, by the way. And so up here, you could see, your credit score. This is being pulled from TransUnion. Then you can track your score over time, and we've got other ones, like the auto score, the insurance score, hiring risk index. And that's, you can get that a lot of places. Where we tend to be very different, right? It's going to be in these features here. That we've got these patented, and this is not something you can get anywhere else, right? So, for example, in the Score Boost feature, this is going to deal with your credit cards and your pay by dates on your credit cards. Now, Eric, did you know that your due date is actually not the date that you should be paying your credit cards?
Yes, but not everybody knows this. And that's why I love what you have in the back office here because it does help because people do not pay attention to when they actually do the snapshot.
Yeah, so like me, for example, before I started working here, for the life of me, I could not get past. I had a pretty good credit score, it was like 740, but I pay everything on time, everything's good. I had no negatives, no nothing. And I'm just like, how do I get above this? And all I did was use this feature here, and now I usually teeter between a 790 and an 800, depending on my balances. So, for example, in this test account, this person owes 15,000 in credit card debt. Your situation might be different. You might owe 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever it might be. But this account has 78 points they can gain just by paying their cards off on the right date. So you can see here that if I move the dial, depending on my budget, let's say I don't have 15,000 to pay this month, but I've got about 3,400. This is going to tell me how to spread out my money, and it's going to tell me when to pay these credit cards by. It's also going to tell me when my credit score is going to update. So you want to have your credit cards paid 4 days before they update. And we've figured out what all the dates are for that to happen. And we tell you how much to pay, and then we're going to tell you how many points you can add to your score if you follow that custom plan that we're creating for you in here.
That is beautiful. That's what made it exciting. This right here, this feature alone is worth a lot of money because that it helps improve your credit score in real time. You can understand it every day, every month. You can log in every week. You can go in and say, okay, this is what I need to do. This is where I need to allocate some funds. to get
Mm-hmm.
my credit score down, and I know what'll generally happen and improve my credit score that way. That is beautiful. I love it. And which
Yeah, and
feature is this called? Is this the
this
score
is score
builder?
boost. This is the score boost. So it's called
Score
the
boost.
score boost because it's a quick boost. This is a score change that you could do within like a 30-day period, right? Because you pay your credit cards off every 30 days. And somebody like me, I was paying my credit cards off on the last day I possibly could. So by the time it was updating, I didn't know that my balance was higher. So the whole point is we want to have your balance as low as possible from what you can afford when it updates so that you maximize how many points you have in your score. And I mean, we've seen crazy point increases, but just me, for example, mine was about a 50 to 60 point increase, depending on my balances, because it tends to change a little bit every month. That's why it's good to always check it and make sure that you're on point. Then likewise, if you're going to go on a spending spree, or let's say your identity gets stolen and somebody goes and has all these credit cards in your name, spends all this money, this is also going to tell you how many points it's going to cost you. So
Yes.
it goes both ways.
That's exactly. I love this. I love this. I always wondered why credit credit companies that monitor, they never offered anything else. I just get to look at it, and there's nothing else I can do. Unlike smart credit, you actually have another feature that I love that
Hmm.
helps out with if you have a dispute. It's a little different, but
Yeah.
can you go over that where you can actually dispute within your software to the creditors? I love that feature as
So
well.
yeah, so it's basically communicating directly with your creditor. So we're going to walk you through a little bit of a tutorial, which you can see on my screen. We're going to show you the accounts that are helping your score. Then we're going to show you the ones that are hurting your score, so your negative accounts, right? So so we call it taking an action. You can take an action on your credit. So I've got 5 problem accounts. This particular one is a Citibank account. There's a 30, 60, 90-day late. So there could be a lot of reasons for this, right? This could have been identity theft. So I could click identity theft and then we would send Citibank that letter. Or let's say, you know what, this is an error. I want to fix this error. I would select a reason from all the predetermined reasons in here. Let's say I don't find my reason. I could just add it in myself. And then we would send a letter to Citibank about this credit reporting inaccuracy and telling them what's wrong and why they need to fix it. Or let's say it is right and we just want a goodwill correction. We could do that too.
Yes.
So we do that, and then when I hit next, and when I hit confirm mail delivery, what we're going to do, we're actually going to send a physical letter to your creditor. So we are not sending letters to the bureaus, very important to know. So we're not
That's right.
sending all these, it's just directly with the source, which actually saves you a lot of time because by law, your creditors have 30 days to respond to this letter. And if they approve, your request, then they have to notify all 3 bureaus. So by handling it directly with the source, you're saving a ton of time, a ton of money, and it's just a lot easier. All you had to do was push one button and we handle the rest. It's also very important to note that this is not an online dispute. That is not what we do. There's a physical communication going out. That's why it's a fax or a letter, depending on the institution.
Beautiful. I love this. Makes it nice and simple within a suite. Again, nobody offers this that I know. And so, again, ladies and gentlemen, there is a link down below in the description to sign up with Smart Credit. We'll keep going into this a little bit more because there's even more features than just what we're talking about. These two alone are awesome to help improve your credit score.
Yeah, and I want to say, make sure you use the link below because that link has lower pricing than our website. You're going to pay more on our website, so you make sure that you use Eric's link if you want to save some money. Which I'm sure, with all the prices going up all the time lately, I think we all want to save some money, right?
That's right. That's right. That's it exactly. That's it exactly. So I want to get into another feature that you have, and it's called the Money Manager.
Yeah.
You were kind of in there before doing it, but you have something else that actually helps out, which you're in right now. So can you go over that a little bit? Because that's
Yeah, so
awesome.
this is a really great tool to really manage all of your finances in one place. You don't have to log into a bunch of places and see, where you're at with things. You can connect all your credit card accounts in here, all your loans, your investments, checking and saving. So you get a real picture of your finances, right? And you also get reports, and when payments are due, so you don't go late on your payments again, so you don't have problems. But what I personally love about it, and this is very useful and very needed in this day and age, is having the monitoring on like your checking and savings and your credit card accounts. Because for some reason, I don't know about you guys, but I get my credit card number stolen at least once a year. So the most recent one was about 6 months ago, and somebody was using one of my credit cards to pay for a hotel and go to a restaurant and all this stuff. And my credit card company thinks it's me, so they don't tell me anything. But I see the
Yeah,
alerts coming in from here because I have it set up. Anything over $100, I get a text and an email. Well, and you can set it
exactly.
up for just anything, any amount. You get a text and an email, but I put 100. And when I saw that, I was able to call the card, cancel it, and stop the fraud as it was happening. Versus finding out, a month or two later when I finally check into my credit cards and wonder why it's so high because I wasn't spending that money. So very useful. It's one thing to have credit monitoring and monitor for any new accounts in your name, which again we need to have that in today's age, because it's just one of those things you have to have. But this goes a step further and also does that for your credit card accounts, which that kind of stuff gets stolen a lot more frequently than identities.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And speaking of identity theft, credit card fraud, identity fraud, you have something that I've never seen before, a $1 million insurance policy when a person signs up.
Yes. So it doesn't just cover the account holder, it also covers the other family members in their entire household with this fraud insurance. So we're really, you want to think of it as we're really all in one because up here, you're building your credit, you're getting your best credit score possible, right? But once
That's
you
right.
do that, now you've got something to lose. Now you've got something that thieves want. So that's why we built in these additional features to make sure that you can protect that great news score that you have. It's kind of like when you have braces, right? You have braces, you have them on for like 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. But then what do they give you? They give you a retainer that you have to wear for the rest of your life. You can't get rid of this thing or your teeth
That's
get
right.
crooked again. And I know from experience. So
That's right. That's right. Wow. That is impressive as well. And by the way, I did read some things on it. It was zero deductible. So that means it's included at no
mhm,
additional cost, unlike normal insurance where they'll say, hey, I'm sorry, you lost, whatever, $10,000. You're going to have to give us that 1,000 or 1,500 or more deductible.
right.
Uh, this here, zero deductible. And like you said, members of the household, everybody's covered in the household. So
Yeah.
it's not like every person has to sign up, just so everybody's clear. The one person that does have smart credit, if there's credit fraud for somebody in the household, same address, I'm assuming, then therefore they would be covered as well. That is very, very impressive. I just can't believe this, Amina. This is awesome. I just can't believe it. All right, there's one other thing I can't believe. So, these days when you go get a job, they actually check your credit score for
Some
your
jobs will.
job.
Yeah.
And you
Especially the
guys
higher
under
paying
the,
ones.
yeah. And so you guys under the score tracker, you actually show like a job tracker of some sort, which was very, very hiring. There we go. Hiring risk index. That was very, very, very different as well.
Yeah.
So
That's
that can help people out.
Yeah, especially if you're looking to get a job, you definitely need to know where you stand. And if there's something you need to work on, we've got the tools for you to work on it and do it all yourself. You don't have to hire anybody and pay hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's literally like $20 or $25 a month, depending on which membership you get, and that's it. And you're covered.
That's right. It's worth it all the way around in my book. And that's exactly right. Remember, there's two different memberships. One that shows all three bureaus, shows, in fact, has everything that we showed tonight, that Amina showed tonight, is included in that $25 price. And then there's a lower price, but then that takes away some of the features.
Yeah, so the
So,
main difference, I think this is important to help people understand the main difference between the two options is literally mainly the three bureau report. So in the higher price option, the 24.95, that comes with a three bureau report included. So you're going to get all three scores in that option. If you don't need to see all three scores, you're good with just your TransUnion score, you can go for the lower price option. It still includes everything I've gone over with you. You just don't get
okay,
that 3 view report. You can purchase them a la carte. And the reason for that is, we have to pay a lot more money for that report. So that's why the price difference. So it's up to you, depending on what you need.
I understand. All right. Well, this is I like I said, when I was skeptical at first. I was thinking, okay,
You were.
it's nothing more than checking my credit score, no big deal. Then I was like, okay, looking around, and then when like I said, when it started showing, well, if you pay by this date, your credit score could boost, and it was based on real time credit score. I said that was awesome. Then when I saw the identity fraud insurance, I said, well, that's interesting. That's awesome. And so when I saw the money manager in the back, where a customer does have to add their credit to that, but nonetheless, the money manager helps people as well to understand where they stand when they're paying down. It's beautiful that way. I just find this like a nice little suite that every person probably should have. Um,
Exactly.
and and I appreciate you coming here. Now I'm going to go into some other things. Is there anything else that we missed that's inside the suite? I don't think we did at all.
No, I mean that's really the main stuff that you want to focus on is what I mentioned. But if you're building your
Exactly.
credit score, there's no faster and more cost effective way to do it. And then we also have all the tools to ensure that it's protected and nothing bad happens in the future with the monitoring, the fraud insurance, the money manager. I mean, you're just really covered.
Exactly. I love it. I love this. All right. So we're going to see if there's any questions out here just in case. All right. So, first, of course, we have to welcome a few people in the house. We have Lil B here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, Lil B. Hi, Eric and Amina. And by the way, since it's called SSN Nation Money Making Mondays, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. When your credit score goes higher, you get better interest rates when you need to borrow. So, therefore, this is why smart credit is very, very important because it's in real time. You don't have to guess, unlike when you just check your credit bureau. You don't know where you stand. You see your credit score could be 720, but you don't know how to improve it. You just hear the normal thing, pay down your debt, but you can see it in real time with smart credit. And once again, and I'm going to say this because I haven't given you enough pub. Jimena Cortes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give the title VP. So, all right, Professor Auntie Val is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday. She has the icon, Jimena. That means she's a member of the channel. And so that's why she's giving her love. Good evening, fam. Showing the support, the strength. She received a notification in the trailer. All good there. Yeah, gotta love it. All right. And this is Victor Marrero. He has the icon next to his name as well. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday. And he says, hi, all. That's his tagline. Let's do this. All right. We always do it. No worries. All right. Looks like Victor Marrero comes in and I missed somebody else. Just so I am clear, is the credit score update on date typically before or after the due date?
It's typically going to be before, but it's different for all the financial institutions. So we've mined all of that data to be able to pull those results for you.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you don't even have to
A lot of
call
math.
up and say when the snapshot date is, because generally that's what you would have to do. You would have to call up your creditor and say, hey, when do you send to the credit bureaus or what's the snapshot date? And then they give you whatever date. And people are like, what do you mean? It's 4 days after or 3 days before. It all depends, like you said. All right. Daron Blue is in the house. Blue Meditation, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he says, how can I boost my scores with a trade line? Interesting. This smart credit does not offer any trade
No,
line, right?
no.
Okay. Can't do it that way. You have to do it the old fashioned way. You have to apply for credit and get it. Or there's some links down below in the description. All right. I can help you out with that too. But don't forget the smart credit because that in itself is very important. It's worth $25 a month. Monitoring services these days cost $29.99, $39. It's
Yeah.
crazy. They're getting off the charts and they don't even offer any of this.
They don't offer half of the stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, I think that does our short list of questions tonight. Hopefully, this was what you needed to let us know, and it looked
Mhm.
perfect to me. So I
It's
will be
very simple.
promoting this from now on, just so you know. All right. So VP Jimena Cortes from Smart Credit, thank you so much for being here this evening. And hold on just a second. Every time I say almost say goodbye, we have people that come in. Here we go. Marrero says, maybe I missed it, but does the platform offer credit security service? Oh, yeah,
Monitoring, yeah, 24/7 monitoring.
that's right. Oh, and Marrero, you missed the other part. $1 million identity credit theft fraud.
Identity fraud insurance. Yes.
Yes, exactly. With zero deductible, which is my favorite.
Hmm.
Members of the household. That's who it covers. It doesn't cover your dad that lives across town or anything like that. Only members of the household. And there's also some other things that insurance fraud covers as well. So it's not just there's several things. It's
Yeah,
not just two or three things. There's like a list of 10 things. Oh, here's something that I forgot about. Oh my goodness, this is also worth its weight in gold. The part where you can find out where people are using your social security number and you can remove it.
that, yes, that's the privacy master feature. I don't have that in a test account. It's a newer feature that we have, and I didn't
Okay.
want to log into mine and share my information with everybody. But when you create an account, there is another feature that is not here, that basically will remove your information from being sold on other sites online. There's like Truth Finder and Spokio and just all these websites that are out there. They're selling your address, your previous addresses, all your like your age, who your parents are, cars that you've bought, real estate that you own, just all the stuff about you, and anybody and anyone can buy it. And so you can
That's right.
request its removal, and we will go to those sites and remove it for you. And a lot of times the things will be removed, and then they add your information back on. So our system actually scans every 14 days, and to ensure that your information stays removed, and if it's not, then you request its removal again, and the whole process starts over. It's a little bit of a cat and mouse game, but if you want to be private, you don't want your information out there. You have to. That's another thing that you have to monitor and continually work on, and it can be very time consuming unless you have a service like ours that just does it with the push of a button. At least from your end. From our end, there's some work,
Right.
but from your end, you
That's
push a button and the request is done.
exactly. Exactly. And just because you might have said something about that privacy master, Amina, I got something special for you tonight.
Oh,
22 seconds. Yes.
sweet.
22 seconds. There we go. So you can see that little remove on the right hand side, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. Is that awesome? I thought this was another feature that's worth its weight in gold, because a friend of mine actually showed me one time that there's our social security numbers being used like at 300 or 400 different locations.
Oh
They were
wow,
able to look it up from around the world, and they were like, see, it's 400 places that's used or pinged your social security number. I couldn't believe it.
wow,
So
that's
this
scary.
privacy master is worth its weight in gold as well. So very well done. All right. So I have to ask, I have to beg, is there any more features that are coming that we don't know about?
None that are coming. We're usually always upgrading our system, but we've got some other things in the works. But I can't talk about anything just yet. We're always improving, always adding. But for now, these are the main six that you want to pay attention to when you use
That's
your
right.
account.
That's exactly right. All right. We're going to go. We'll let you go in a little bit. All right. It was premature, just a little bit longer. Great topic tonight. We'll be using this service. Professor Auntie Val, thank you so much for that. And again, you notice I call her Professor Auntie Val.
I
That's
did
because she
notice.
gave us the 2021, the best business venture of 2021. So now she's known as Professor Auntie Val.
Wow.
That's right. Darren Blue, meditation. He says, thank you for that information regarding the trade line. And also, we have All City Crypto in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Going to sign up. Glad I decided to watch. Oh, Amina, you did a great job. The link is down below in the description, All City Crypto. And you get a discount, by the way.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very awesome. So thank you once again, Amin. I appreciate it. This was awesome. And I
Thank you
hope
so much
you
for
come
having
on
me.
again in the future. We'll talk about it some more after everybody starts giving me some accolades going, this worked, this works.
Yeah, I want to see your guys' comments in the chat or in the comments on the video once you guys actually use it and get results. It's really exciting to see because I know that when I've done some of these trainings, with different YouTube channels and stuff, like the comments of how many points people went up and just like how it just changed and it was so fast and simple. I love that stuff. So I
Exactly.
want to know how it went for you.
That is awesome. It's very nice. All right, Jimena Cortes, VP Jimena Cortes from Smart Credit, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much this evening. And once again, have a nice night, and we'll see you again in the future.
Bye, everyone.